Welcome to Frywall Fridays. Today we're doing something very special. We are not using a Frywall. These are extraordinary times, and one of the things we're all doing is really raiding our pantries. So I wanted to share with you my family's all-time go-to favorite pantry dinner, which is Tostada night. And the dish that's at the center of Tostada night, which is refried beans. There's not really much out there that's easier or more toothsome. Let's get started. For our beans, we have pinto beans. That's how you get the really great classic refried bean flavor. We're using Goya brand. In my experience, it's always fresh, never grainy, never mealy. And we have about a pound of it, actually exactly a pound of it. I've gone ahead and pre-soaked these beans. You can either soak them overnight or do what I do, which is cover them in water, bring it to a boil for a minute or two, let it soak for an hour, then drain it off. So that's our pound of beans. To that, we're going to add 8 cups of water, just like that. 1 onion cut into 2, don't have to fry it or anything. 1 large garlic or 2 small ones. 1 pepper that's been cut up. 2 bay leaves. A good pinch of salt. It's probably about a teaspoon, teaspoon and a half. We'll probably adjust it a little bit later. And that's it. I'm gonna put this to cook. I'm gonna use a pressure cooker. It'll probably go for about 45 minutes. If you don't have a pressure cooker, just boil it down. It'll probably take an hour and a half to 2 hours. It's done when the beans are super tender and ready to fall apart. There's gonna be one other thing we're gonna add at the very end, and that is fat. I'm using tallow that I skimmed off from the top of a bone broth that I made about a week ago. You can also use lard or you can use vegetable oil. I do find that animal fat really adds a really nice authentic dimension to this dish. Okay, let's get it going. While the beans are cooking away, I have plenty of time to work on my toppings, which are going to consist of some grated cheese, cheddar cheese today, but other cheeses work just as well. Some chopped up lettuce. I have romaine, but iceberg is also a winner here. And then I'm going to make some pico de gallo, which is just chopped up tomatoes, onions, cilantro, some jalapeno pepper, a good squeeze of lemon juice, and some salt. That's it. The beans have been going for about 45 minutes. They should be perfect. Let's give these a try. The beans are done when they fall apart really easily, and you can just squish them easily like that. Look at that. They're going to just fall apart, and that's going to make for great refried beans. Now, there's a couple steps we still need to do. First, I'm going to remove the excess liquid. So just take a ladle and just take all but a little bit of the liquid out. If you get some of the vegetables, it's okay, but try to leave as many of the vegetables as you can. That looks good right there. There's still some liquid left. I'm going to reserve this. We might want to put it back in if the beans are too thick after we mash them. Next, I'm going to take out the vegetables here because we are going to puree the vegetables. We want these to be really mushed up. If you get some of the beans in here, that's fine too. For the beans, I'm just going to go ahead and use a potato masher. That consistency looks perfect. I'm going to go ahead and add back in those vegetables that I pulverized. And also the fat. Again, I'm using tallow, but you can use either vegetable oil or you can also use lard. Lard obviously is the most traditional, but not everyone likes lard. Give that a mix. Now, if this has become too thick, you can add back some of the liquid. If perchance you left in too much liquid and it's too runny, don't worry about it. Put it back over the heat, boil it up a few more minutes, simmer it, and it'll thicken up beautifully. I'm gonna give this a taste and just adjust for salt at this point. It's really tasty, but it does need more salt. Probably another teaspoon or so. Beans do like salt. Just another mix here. That's brilliantly delicious. Let's compose this tostada now. In my house, we actually bring all these fixins right to the dinner table, and everyone fixes their tostada just the way they like it. The basic formula is just a matter of taking your tostada, or tortilla if that's what you have at home, putting a little bit on just like that. Next you put the cheese so it melts. Don't overload this thing. Then a little bit of lettuce, just like that. A bit of pico de gallo, like that. Some sour cream. And then, if your heart desires, a little bit of your favorite hot sauce. And there you have it. Homemade tostadas with fresh, refried beans. This is delicious, it's easy, and I bet most of this is already in your pantry. Enjoy.
Really good.